Hi, fourth grade, and welcome back. Today we are going to start on my favorite region, the Midwest region, lesson one. We're going to do an introduction and chapter one for the Midwest region. Today we are introducing the Midwest region, and it's my personal favorite because that is where we are located. We will know we will be successful when we can identify the states in the Midwest, the land that is located in the Midwest, and the climate that occurs in the Midwest. We have quite a bit of vocabulary today. Our first vocabulary word is fertile. So it's land that's good enough for growing crops and plants. They'll often say the fertile land that is located here is what allows us to be able to plant all of the corn and anything else that might be planted, especially in Kansas. We're very well known for that, wheat especially. Our next word is a plateau, which is an area of high flat land. And then here's a picture of a plateau just to be able to have an example. Our next vocabulary word are waterways. These are rivers, canals, or other bodies of water on which ships and boats can travel. Here's an example of a waterway. The next word is continental climate. This is the weather typical of a place over a long period of time that has annual temperature variations because of the lack of nearby bodies of water. So in our area, because we are a landlocked state and a lot of our region is landlocked, we can have very differing climate. We can have really cold winters. We can have really hot summers. Although we have lakes and some rivers, we are not located near an ocean that can really change how that happens. And our last word is precipitation. This is the falling of water in the sky from the sky in forms of rain, sleet, hail, or snow. Okay, so what challenges does the Midwest face? And we're going to see a little introduction video about the Midwest.
Is it true that the grain in your breakfast cereal probably came from the Midwest? It's very likely. The Midwest produces so much grain that it has been called the breadbasket of America. The Midwest lies between the Appalachian Mountains to the east and the Rocky Mountains to the west, with the Great Lakes to the north. In much of this region, level plains stretch as far as the eye can see. Native Americans hunted bison on the plains for centuries. French explorers arrived in the late 1600s, traveling along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. The region became part of the United States soon after the Revolutionary War. Settlers began to farm the plains in the 1860s. In time, Chicago and other Midwestern cities became centers of trade and industry. Although some industries have declined, the Midwest's farms and factories still produce many of the products Americans use every day. To find out more about the Midwest, read the book.
Awesome. So, the breadbasket of America, we are going to read the book, The Midwest. And throughout this story, I want you guys to find the truth. So, everything you read about is true except for one of the sentences on this page. So, which one is true? Is it that all of the Midwestern states border the Great Lakes, or all top 10 corn producing states in the United States are in the Midwest? We will find out in this book. So, the middle of the nation, chapter 1. Over here, you might want to pause this or be able to reference this later for your journal question. These are all of the states that are labeled, but the Midwest region includes 12 states. They are Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. To the east, south, and west, the Midwest is surrounded by other states. So that's why we call them landlocked states. You can see around here, these are all states. In the north, it shares the border with Canada. So up here, this orange is Canada, and half of the Midwestern states have shores on the Great Lakes. So over here, these are the Great Lakes. These are large bodies of water that are located there, and those are the only really big bodies of water that surround the Midwest. Over here, it says the Great Lakes together are the largest area of fresh water on Earth. Look at the land. The Great Plains are called great for a reason. The high area of dry, grassy land is huge. It starts in northern Canada and stretches down all the way to Texas. The Great Plains covers parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas. The Till Plains lie to the east of the Great Plains. Thousands of years ago, glaciers carved out this land. The glaciers left behind a fertile type of soil called till. And plains stretch as far as the eye can see in much of the Midwest. I'm sure you guys have seen many of our rolling plains through Kansas, especially when you're traveling. The Midwest lies between the United States' two main mountain ranges. To the east are the Appalachians, to the west are the Rockies. But the Midwest itself has some high areas too. The superior uplands of Minnesota are rugged. There are the Black Hills in South Dakota and the St. Francis Mountains of Missouri. The land also rises into a high plateau in eastern Ohio near the Appalachians. And up here it says the Black Hills are a popular tourist attraction. Okay, waters of the Midwest. The two longest rivers in the United States flow through the Midwest. The Missouri River starts in Montana and flows down through the state of Missouri. Near St. Louis, it meets the Mississippi River, which flows from Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. Both rivers have served as important waterways and water sources for the region. Many people have settled near the rivers for this reason. It says Missouri is the longest U.S. river, and it says barges are a common sight along the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, right here. The Great Lakes are also important bodies of water. They were carved out by glaciers millions of years ago. Fishers have long depended on the lakes for their fish. The lakes are connected to each other, and the St. Lawrence Seaway joins them all to the Atlantic Ocean. This makes it easy to ship goods back and forth. The industries have sprouted up around the lakes to take advantage of the waterway. Many of the largest cities in the Midwest, such as Cleveland, Ohio, are located near the Great Lakes. The climate. The Midwest has a humid continental climate. There's a huge difference between summer and winter. In summer, the hot sun beats overhead. Precipitation falls as rain. Winters can be bitterly cold. Snow may cover the ground all season long. Schools sometimes close for a time when the weather is very bad. The trip to school can be dangerous in heavy snow and ice. Teachers and students stay safe at home. And here it says powerful snowstorms are common across the Midwest. So especially in Kansas, we have temperatures that can easily get above 100 during the summer. But we can also easily get temperatures that are below negatives in the winter. So you don't see that everywhere where you have the extremes of both types of temperatures. So that is very unique to the United States. The Midwest experiences many severe storms. Cold air from Canada and the northwestern states blows south over the flat plains. It runs into warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico drifting north. The two swirl around, trying to balance each other. Blizzards, hail, and thunderstorms develop. So do tornadoes. Most tornadoes occur in an area called Tornado Alley, between the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains. People here often build storm shelters underground. Inside, people are safe until the storm passes. Tornadoes cause massive damage to homes and businesses. Okay, in your journal today, you'll be labeling the states that are located in the Midwest region. Be sure to look back in the video or use your resources to correctly label your map. Good job, 4th grade, and I can't wait to see your maps. Have a great one.